trying to get some weeding done. Look at my poor peas. There's just never enough time in the day. But look at that grass that just is insistent in growing in the red potatoes. I've hoed that up. He's gonna have to come along with a rotiller, loosen up the dirt, and then I can really tackle that. The Kennebec potatoes aren't bad. Tomatoes, where all the red flags are, they're just pathetic looking. Did a soil amender to them. We'll see how they do. I think got enough time in the day to pick out those weeds. So we'll just chew them up and I can make my hills and go on about my day. Hollyhock transfers or transplants or volunteer plants are coming back. This is where we had done the torch method on thistles. Now, they were starting to grow back, but it's still much better control than we had. It slowed them down. Did it really kill the suckers? Can't say that. But at least this is turning them over. Here's one that's still in the dirt. See? But one thing I wonder, the people who do the deep mulch method back to Eden gardening, how on earth they must keep their chickens and ducks confined. We don't confine our chickens and ducks. So what I had done, I had some a red leaf lettuce and a black seeded Simpson lettuce, and then we put this rabbit bedding compost down. And I was like, you know, the birds are going to be there. Well, it has helped kind of keep them from wandering very much through, especially with my row of I think it's 4 different types of cabbages. If they all make it and they grow, then, you know, I want to figure out which variety is it that we really like the best to grow for our own use. But I mean, yeah, this would be nice, I guess, at the orchard area. Let the chickens keep scratching up the dirt there and keep things down. But for my garden, I'm really not big on that. There's straw bale. The pepper plants, we had 1, 2 that hasn't done well. The cabbage is doing better here than it is over there. Interesting. Tomatoes are just barely. We have 1 that looks like it won't make it. So it's just slow. Calling it quits. Those tires still have some strawberry plants in them. Need to get transplanted. The iris and rhubarb are transplants of my dad's, and we're getting them established, and then he'll be transplanting some of them back to his place. This is the big old thistle patch that we've been working on. So we're getting some slow improvement on it. The orange flags, I put down the rest of the onion sets. 1/3 is yellow, 1/3 is white, 1/3 is red onions. Where there's no fence right here on this part, we're going to be putting up some fence. We still have a partial roll. And I put down some, at the big stakes, I put down cucumber and gourd seeds. So that'll be like our cucumber gourd row. Peas, they're slow, but hey, I still should do just fine. Kanan, my husband, eats some. The boys just don't care for them, and I like them, and that's going to be plenty for me. we will, at the large stakes, I also planted a couple more cucumber plants, and then I'll figure out the best of the cucumbers. I planted 3 different varieties of seeds. So there's still time to get stuff planted if you still haven't got yours. There's the red potatoes that we worked in. Right there will be white half runners are on each side of that fence. These will get hoed later this week. Yes, I know they should have already been hoed and hilled up. We only have so many hours in the day. We all gotta be patient. Onions are just starting to get to where we can pull them for fresh onions. And then we'll let them, as they keep going over the summer, get a little bigger. So this area will get hoed later this week. And like I said, that section right in there, I don't know, I'm not really sold on the deep mulch bedding, because I let my chickens and ducks, especially the chickens, free range. They would just constantly be in here scrapping around. And until we win the battle with the severity of the thistles down there, we're definitely just gonna keep rotilling and working on it. And we'll go by, say goodnight to the goat kids, call it quits. Right, Miss Duck? You better go find your flock, because I think everybody's already gone to bed. Oh, well, they just ran inside. So much for seeing the boys. There's a pygmy goat head sticking out. You want to come out? Come on. Oh, there's a boar kid. It's going to be our freezer meat. Come on, kids. Come on. Look, the pygmy's looking at the boar. If you go, I'll go. Come on, boys. Come on. Oh, that's actually Nancy, Toby's girl. Come on, Nancy. Nancy. Come on. Come on, Nancy. Come on. That's a good girl. Good Nancy. That's Toby's pygmy girl. Come here, Nancy. Good girl. Where's those little boys at? Huh? Where's those boy goats? Oh, there's a bear patch. Laid down a scrap piece of wire. Glad that that's starting to grow in. Laid that down just to deter the birds from being on it very much. And just about time that I need it as trellis in the garden. We'll be ready to call it quits. So, patio weeding's not too horrible. Nice quiet evening. I'm glad that it's dry for once. To check on the front porch flowers. Oh. A hoe will give you a nice workout if you stick with it. Went through some soap flowers, Memorial Day arrangements. Got to get those back in storage, but around the well cover there, which happens to be right out our front door, of course, this area is starting to grow in. The deep mulch, just really cheap mulch, has really helped keep everything perked up. These hostas that just some transplants from Dad's house. As the summer wears on, I'm sure I'm going to have to get them out of this full sun and move them up there in more of a shaded area. In this spot right here, we're going to replace that light, make more of a permanent base underneath that, and all this will be my next perennial flower project. Yeah.
What?
You ready to go to camp, Theron? The The boys go to 4-H camp for 3 days.
Iffy.
Oh, come on. Be excited about camp.
Iffy.
All right. Well, say good evening. Good night. Thumbs up. Subscribe. Boy, you got to be more enthusiastic than that. How's that going to get subscribers? That's a little more enthusiastic. Okay, see you next video.